in search of food particles. And this is a fungus. Now, the surface area of this is much larger than that of amoeba. Now, these filaments form an interlace, as in blood coagulation. And whatever the debris that is trapped in this network, hyphae network, it becomes a blanket and it starts floating. And it's difficult to separate. It's difficult to treat. And that is the biggest headache of sewage engineers.
Okay.
सवाल ये है कि if there is necessarily even in fish pond and small roadside ditches, you can see those green carpet.
Algal blooms.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. These are the algal cells, debris trapped in the hyphae network.
Yes, sir.
Along with other inorganic salts and all that. So forming and blanket formation is the biggest headache of civil engineers engaged with sewage treatment. Now, nocardia. Nocardia, all civil engineering books call it a bacterium.
Streptomyces. Yeah.
But nocardia is a fungus. It's not a bacterium.
Okay.
And fungus is a eukaryotic cellular organization, not prokaryotic. Unless we understand the genomic machinery and the protein synthesis machinery of eukaryotic cellular architecture against that of a prokaryotic architecture, it's not easy to offer any solution to that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
see, whatever it was then and what it is today. And it is engaged by... Now, microbial scientists have limitations because 1/3 of the microbial scientists got engaged into pathology, which is exploited by medical science. And that goes under public health, which is fine. Second 1/3 part is occupied by the industrial microbiologists. Which microbial population will give me more alcohol or more acidic than all. So that is industrial, which is profit oriented. But the third leg of microbiology is sewage science, which is a climatic science.
Yes.
Those microbes hold the secret of climate stability. And sewage engineers have not been able to recognize that. Now I want to bring in biodiversity here. I'm talking especially for you because you'll really enjoy that. When oxygen appeared on the planet, first great oxygen event was around 2 billion years ago. And a lot of anaerobic life was destroyed. But after the soil formation 500 million years ago, Carboniferous forests and vegetation growth was tremendous on the planet. They shot up the oxygen in the atmosphere to 24 degrees centigrade. And that was the major microbial destruction event. So whatever the microbes involved in degradation, because CO2, C1 to C6 is a building process. But C6, if not brought back to CO2, single carbon, there cannot be photosynthesis. Imagine this planet without
Kelvin
carbon.
cycle.
So if there is no CO2, there is no photosynthesis. So it is the reversal part, C6 to C, that is sewage engineering, and that is anaerobic regime.
Yeah.
Now, some of the microbes found their place in the soil.
Yeah.
Before 500 million years ago, there was no soil on the planet. And therefore, there were no rivers. Because the soil gave birth to the rivers. We'll go about it in a later part, but I'm coming to biodiversity. So part of the anaerobic microbes found a place in the soil. Other half of the microbes, anaerobic microbes, found their heaven in the animal gut.
Okay.
Our colon is anoxic. Our gut is anoxic. Our gut enzymes do not need oxygen for effective digestion of the food we take. Now, human fart has maximum 4% oxygen, but that is the atmospheric oxygen we gulp while drinking water or swallowing food and all that. And that O2 emerges out unaltered.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll tell you why this soil and night soil microbes need to come together. I'll explain it with an example which other members can also follow.
Okay.
Now there are 1,000 books in a library.
Okay.
Imagine.
Yeah.
500 books have only the cover
No contents.
in the soil,
Okay.
but their printed content is in the gut of animals.
Okay.
Unless you bring the cover and the content, it's not a book. You see my point?
Yeah.
Other set of books have cover and title and everything in the gut of animals. And their corresponding content of the book is in the soil.
Okay.
To restore your soil library or genomic library, you have to bring the cover and the content together.
Okay.
And therefore, medical fraternity has very wisely called the sewage as night soil. It has a very deep meaning. It's not a different term.
Okay.
Now, nobody takes diversity as a microbial marriages. A part of it comes from the sewage, human colon or animal colon, and part of it comes from the soil. Now, if there is no soil in sewage treatment, your sewage treatment will never be complete. You see my point?
Yeah.
So diversity is not about variety. It is about genomic balancing and restoring the genomic life which was there before the oxygen event. If you see the books on that, and as a student of researcher of microbiology, you must see.
In fact, I couldn't go deep into
Molecular cell and how the different elements have found their way.
snail.
Starting with nickel, Fe2, magnesium, and सवाल ये है
Yeah.
कि before reading, we want to claim that we have a successful method. This
Yeah, I couldn't.
Pesticides and all that chemical. I am not talking.
Yeah.
But you have organic phosphate from the cow dung. You have the organic phosphate from the fecal mass.
Yes, sir.
And you have phosphates and nitrate molecules from a test tube.
Okay.
The vegetation doesn't differentiate. Suppose if you are thirsty, I offer you a glass of water in a glass or in a container or in a tumbler, or a cup or a beer mug. What does your thirst does not differentiate?
Yeah. True, sir.
So harmony, symphony taking place. And then destroying the chief players of organic degradation and then talk about sustainable development. God bless.
Exactly.
And to add,
Earlier
I
days,
tell you.
college and
Yes,
sewage
sir.
were treated.
Please allow me to.
and to add Harpic, sir.
सवाल ये है कि architecture has come from living anatomy and structures.
Correct.
Nowhere in the animal kingdom, urinary passage and fecal passage are common. Where did design school and engineering schools find to bring the urine and fecal mass together? They must explain it to the society. And Ron, in one of the earlier sessions, Harji, he said if there is no water, where will the cities come from?
Correct.
No water, no schools, no cities. I see future civilization without cities. Now we can have a session. And a lady, Haverth, she has written a book on 21st century urban planning, published in 2022. Ultimately, it will come down to molecules and elements. Even when you take a wood, you select the grains and veins of the wood and all that. But we are not concerned about the grains of the very living material that sustains us.
Nandita, effectively,
Correct.
and that is what I think, in a way, he will be able to provoke in the children.
So get into the grassroots.
You can prove 20 times, 200 times what you like, but please show me.
ALD. But
Got it.
what if I talk in terms of stearic acid, linoleic acid, palmitic acid? Will you follow anything?
Yes.
Got it.
So C6 is glucose and CO2 is C1 carbon molecule with which the whole story started on this planet. That is why I talk C1, C2. Otherwise,
Got it.
Inferences.
Yeah.